EA Sports, within the game. That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw, Huntley. Flushed out right. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff to Mixon to about the 40-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Here's Huntley. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 74 yards. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Huntley to throw. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll take this across the 25. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Huntley's throw taken in by Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This time they stay on the ground. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
A final shot before break. Huntley, this one complete to Scott Miller. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Mix it up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off the play fake.
Huntley. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Burrow going for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And some room to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync, Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Again, it's Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. Right hot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Huntley, pass over the middle, tipped, but he still brings it in.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go now. Cooper 19. 19,
Off play action. Huntley. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Looking to throw. Huntley. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, get in the weight room.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Burrow on play action.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. There he goes left side. Past the 20.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Bring it. Bring it. 43 in the mic. Too little, Go.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Denver, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory.